Grant Long is now joined by Thabo Sefolosha before they take on the Memphis Grizzlies one more time at the Chesapeake Energy Arena tonight. Thabo, let's talk about your team right now. 3 home losses so far in this season in a row. And I know this is something that your team hasn't had to deal with in a long time. But what do you say to your team? How do you deal with this right now?
We got to stick together. There's stretches like this throughout seasons, and obviously nobody's happy about it. But at the same time, it's a chance for us to look at details and see what we can improve on.
You take it on the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. We understand that they get the ball inside. They have 2 primary scorers in Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. How do you go about defending what they do?
Well, we know this team pretty well, and I think clogging out the paint, making sure that they get only one shot and no offensive rebound. And other than that, I think energy and just having the right mindset are going to be big.
In the last game, you guys, in the first half of play, had 9 fast break points. You went through the third quarter without 1 fast break point. You ended up starting the fourth quarter still at 9. How do you get the fast break more incorporated into the game?
It's tough to say. I think the pace of the game was decent, but I think we just need to get stops, crashing the rebound and pushing the ball. We've been doing that, and we just got to make layups.
You got less than 25 games to go in the regular season now, and I know you guys don't like to look ahead, but thinking about where you want to be, at the end of the season, what would that picture look like?
Where we want to be?
Yes.
Obviously, we want to be first in that conference, but like you said, there's plenty more games to be played, and we're going to take it one game at a time.
Defensively is where most teams or most players on your team would say you need to improve when you have 3 losses at home. What more can you do on the defensive end to improve?
Communication. I think that's the way for us to improve. Having everybody on the string, everybody on the same page, and we looked at some clip, and definitely I think communication is going to be a big part of what we want to accomplish.
The Memphis Grizzlies are now going to start their full complement of players. Mike Conley is back into the lineup. You've had a chance to guard him some stints when you guys have played. What does he bring to the ball club at that point guard position?
He's a very smart point guard, very good point guard, quick, crafty with the ball. He get the guys involved and finds a way to get to the basket and as well as looking for his shot. So he's a complete player, and he brings a lot to that team. And we're just going to be aware on the pick and rolls and, like I said earlier, play aggressive defense.
Tony Allen is also ready for combat as well. He'll be suiting up tonight. He's more of a defensive player. They call him a defensive stopper, almost like yourself, but obviously you have the outside shot going for you. When you're playing another guy like that's really honed in on his defense, how do you go about playing such a person?
Well, I know he probably gonna be matched up with Russ and Katie most of the time. Like you say, he's known for his defense. Other than that, offensively, we know we can, kind of plug off a little bit. But at the same time, he's a very good cutter, a good rebounder. So we still got to be aware of what he does.
Give me 2 good keys tonight that will spell a victory for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Communication and defense.
You heard it from Thabo. Good luck tonight, Thabo.
All right, thank you.